in at Ridge Greens, and we're off to the dump. To the dump, to the dump, to the dump, dump, dump. Down the big hill. It rains, so there's no dust in the rearview mirror. Usually it's just dust here. And it looks like the grader's been in. Graded up the road pretty good. Got a little bit of stuff playing in the background. I don't know what's going to pick it up, but push on some hair. Switch on the air. Yeah. Sorry about the dashboard, folks, but I'm watching the road and I can't watch the camera, and I got a palm, not a palm, I got my palm up and my index finger kind of holding here because we do have the rocky road. Bumpy, rocky, stony road. And no, I'm not complaining, I love it. No houses on either side, there's only 3 of us up here. And a couple of camps. There's a couple of cabins back further. We just went by someone's driveway there. Hunting camp, more than likely. I seen their tracks yesterday when I came from getting the fence. There's fresh tracks going in after the grader was in. You really see where people pull off and go into their side driveways or into their land. Right now you couldn't tell because it's wet. Which is again nice. Keeps down all the dust and stuff. I guess at some point they'll have to drop some calcium here. Here we are at the stoop sign. Look the other way, no one's coming. And away we go in a slow corner. I'm not really interested in driving fast anymore. I'm no longer in city mode. I'm in country mode. Take it easy and you'll get there. And you get there safe too. I used to drive everywhere at, above the listed speed limit. I just set the cruise control. We're coming up to 80, 89, 90. Well, sir, at 90. We're doing 1700 RPM, well under the 2000 range, which saves a lot of gas in the Subaru. All symmetrical drive. A lot of people are complaining about these cars, a lot to fix, but any car nowadays is a lot to fix. Jeez, the resale prices on the parts are ridiculous in any manufacturer nowadays. They want you to buy a car every 5 years, and a lot of people do that. And a lot of people stay behind the 8 ball because they just keep driving new cars. But what a horrendous waste of cash, of income, to just keep it. Unless, I guess, you got a business, you're making lots of money, you got a lease or something, you can write it off. That's one thing. But buy a car brand new, drive it off the lot, lose a third of its value before you even put any kilometers on it. And then if you go to resell it, you're lucky to get half the price you paid for it. And then that person wants a cheaper price because they got to pay HST now on the sale, which is wrong. But I think if you pay for something and you pay the tax on it, why should you have to pay a second tax on it? I have some indigenous things to say, but I'm not going to say it on this video. I think it's a sad state of affairs that they've treated these people for years, and we should honor the treaties. We should honor all the treaties. The rich people that hold the money back for them should give them the money they've owed them for 150 years or more. And nobody should have to live substandard in Canada. And we see it all the time. It shouldn't have to be that way. We're going to slow down. We got Buddy in front of us. Probably usually an older person. I'm saying older person. I'm 58 at the end of this month. I calling people on the road older person. You got an older person driving, so you're just lolling along here at 84 kilometers an hour. And seeing the lovely view when it changes from one township to another. We're in Renfrew, I guess now. Part of Renfrew County. Not Renfrew, Powassan. That's from living in Bancroft, folks. I used to go up north to Renfrew to fish and stuff. And I got Renfrew stuck on my mind, but it's Powassan. This is part of Powassan here. It's really slowing down here. I may have to nudge around him a little bit here. Slowing down again. And I can't pass, it's a double line. Oh, we're down to 65 kilometers an hour. It's probably an older person, doesn't know the road. Stay clear enough not to freak the guy out. As soon as we got a dotted line, which here we go with the dotted line, we're going to go around. And now he's speeding up. I don't know, you tell me, there's a lot of people up here do that. You go around them and they speed up. What's that all about? Kind of strange. Now he's keeping up with me. Oh well. To each their own. Nobody owns the roadway, people. A lot of people do think they own the road. It's a right to drive. It's a privilege to drive. I think that's what you really don't get when you're a younger person. You see these young 20-year-olds going through North Bay and stuff in their newer trucks and stuff, and coming off Highway 17 east, I guess it is. So he was westbound onto 11, which is 17 going through North Bay still. And he cut off all the traffic. He cut us off, which I seen him coming, so I just let him go. I just slowed down, let him go across the front end of me. He probably would have clipped the front end if I wouldn't have slowed down. Then he did the truck beside me that was further ahead than me, and then zipped in front of a transport, and he turned left at the next intersection to go into North Bay. And now there's a lot of that. And you don't own the road, you shouldn't be driving like that. You could kill somebody. I think it was the same day that lady got hit in North Bay and killed at the intersection. Probably wasn't that guy in that truck, but it very well could have been. So we're just going over Highway 11 here now. The Causeway Bridge over top of the highway. And if I wasn't driving, I'd have Cordy panning left and right to show you what a beautiful view it is off the highway. 50 kilometers, slow down into Trout Creek. A lot of people zip through here pretty fast, eh? And this is like the main road. I think they even call it main road here. 522 West, it's called, out of Trout Creek. I'm not like other people lie to you about living in cabins and stuff, and then don't want anybody to know where they live at the cabin. Maybe because they didn't live at the cabin. Maybe because I do live at Granite Ridge Greens. Funny stuff. Honesty's a virtue, I guess. It's virtuous. I don't know how some people, I've said it before, I don't know how some people look at themselves in the mirror in the morning. A lot of people go through life just pretending about stuff. And there's nothing wrong with dreaming. That's a little bit different than pretending. Pretending's where you imagine that you're somebody that you're not, or living the way you think you're living, but you're not. It's just imagination. It's your imagination taking over reality. So I guess your feet aren't stooped in reality very well. Just went by the little post office, our post office, and we're at the main drag of Trout Creek, Ontario, Canada. And as you can see, There's the general store. Take the highway. To the dump. We're going to the Powassan Proudfoot. It's Proudfoot Road dump. That was from my driveway 10 minutes and 20 seconds. At average speed limit. Just like through here. Cruise through here nicely. This is the motel that burned down here. And they took it out. They took out the main building. The front end loader. That's a Trout Creek feed seed that I deal with. That's where I get my food. And some other supplies. I bought most of my chicken stuff there. Until I went down to the tack and feed store down just west of Sunridge yesterday. And got the last of the fencing up here. They say I got the last of the fencing within 100 kilometers. And it's late June when they're going to have in more chicken wire and basically any fencing. The manufacturer's way off because of COVID. And there's a supply problem for sure. So here we go. On to Highway 11 North. Towards North Bay, Ontario. Use your directional signals, folks. I always do. That's real nerdy. No, that's the law. It's actually the law. To change lanes, you're supposed to use your directional signal to let the person behind you know what you're thinking, what you're doing. I'm going to set the cruise control at, we'll do 110. Most people rip along here. I followed a few people down going the other way, northbound, and they're way above 130, some are above 140 kilometers an hour. And that's getting close to that law of road racing, endangering the public and stuff like that, which, again, responsible. Be responsible on the road. There's too many irresponsible people, and you might say, well, again, you have your camera on. I have my camera on, but I'm not looking at the camera. I'll be surprised when it runs out. I'm only going to run out before we hit the Proudfoot dump, but maybe we'll get a view on the way back too. But if it falls over, you'll be looking at the floor mat or the bottom of the seat bracket because I won't reach down on the highway to get it. I would pull over though. I'll pull over. When I get a text and I want to return to somebody that needs to hear from me right away, I just pull over. Not always on the side of the highway, I just pull off a side street, turn around, point the highway again, and do my text or my call, and then get back on the road again. I see people all the time talking on text and on their phone up here, and then you see them in town crunched into the back of a transport truck or one of the local utility trucks or something that's stopped repairing a pole or a light fixture or something in town. She bouncing quite a bit. I just looked down at the camera. Oh yeah, she bounces. I bet you a piece of Velcro would be nice. Put it a little forward. Too bad this didn't have remote control. But Granite Ridge Greens. We're on a tight budget, man. Very tight budget. I kind of pick and choose what I'm going to spend before I can't spend anymore. We're pretty well there. But we got chickens started. If we have to abate them ourselves or get somebody in at our farm to abate them, then I'm not going to be able to sell them. And that'll be, 95 chickens I think there is still alive. And then 10 turkeys. And that'll be in the fall again. But by the fall, I'm hoping North Country Meat Packers. It's in the south end of Trout Creek, 522 west of the southern intersection getting into Trout Creek. Oh, here's the dump. Oh, they fixed the big bumps. Wonderful. Wonderful. Into the dump. Proudfoot dump we go. Oh, we're picking up music in the back. And watch, I'm going to get that stupid copyright thing for having a little bit of background music. How would you make money on it in the first place? I don't understand that. Just a bag of garbage and recycle. Have a good one, guys. And you get to roll into the dump at 16 minutes. I don't know how much longer it's going to last. We'll see what happens. You get to see the mess out here. Drop the recycle, and we're on our way into the stinky part of the dump. This is your Powassan run from the town of Powassan dump. Oh, I'm having trouble. The weather, as you can see above us, it's a crappy day. It's rainy. My leg's killing me, and I got to go out and get that chicken coop done. One day, and not even one day of shavings, and man, they stink. So I got some work to do. If my back muscle and my leg's gonna allow me. The sooner I get them out there, the sooner I can stop cleaning my entranceway with 105 birds in there right now. And they're all getting up there in poundage. We're going into the 4th week. What is it, Tuesday? Tuesdays, they're 4 weeks old. And they almost got all their feathers. Speaking of feathers, look at all the shithawks. Anybody need a toilet? Someone just dropped their toilet here. Okay, I'm gonna go drop the garbage. If it ends, Granite Ridge Greens, going to drop my garbage. Yay! Haha! Boy, it's a good thing the camera doesn't have smell vision. Whew! It's ripe in here today. Must be the rain. Whew. The whole car stinks. Put that in for a minute here. Shut off the outside air. I got my air conditioning on. I figure I'm gonna use gas. Might as well be comfortable in my can of tire. Might as well get a picture. Ah! Granite Ridge Greens over and out. Oh, I forgot something. Peace out, Rick and Jamie. Been a while since I watched you guys. I haven't really been on the computer. I've been farming. And some of my friends have said, is it worth it? Is it worth all that work? I don't know. I'm gonna have a whole bunch of chicken in my freezer one way or another. And at our age, chicken's a little bit better for you to eat anyways. Where are we in the time limit here? 1937. That was a good year, wasn't it? 1937? Who knows? Oh boy, I could use that wood up there. I don't have my truck ready yet. Everybody's in here just a John, I guess. Look at all the trucks in here. Wow, 5 trucks in there. Seatbelt's telling me to do it up. Do me up. Do I get a copyright on the seat pedal from Subaru? I still think that's kind of just stupid. Like I said, if you got music in the background, who cares? The music you download is real music. But anyways, we're at 20 minutes. I don't think we're going to get much more on here. But we are on Proudfoot Road. We're about to cross Highway 11. This is where the brakes fail when I go into a transport, people. That wouldn't be very nice, would it? So you cross the highway. Imagine doing this in Toronto. All those people that don't know really how to drive. Okay, this guy's in the passing lane. Oh, maybe not. Oh yeah, he is. Some people, they like to drive in the passing lane. And when you're coming off the highway like this, you don't want to go into that lane over there. Because people are flying along at 120 kilometers. You'll end up with them right up your rump. And it's not my choice of having anybody up my rump. And we're gonna have to close the top window. It's raining. Crack the back ones a bit because it stinks like garbage in here. Turn on the windshield wipers and scuff up the camera. Actually, the camera doesn't have about as view as I have. And over we go. Now he has the choice to go around me, which he will. He's coming up on me pretty good here. Bigger work truck, but looks like dueling. The dueling. Something's playing in the background. And we're at 22 minutes. I think she's going to end. Granite Ridge Greens. Peace out. No, I wasn't giving you the thumbs down. I was just reaching in front of the camera before she shuts off of me. Now here's what you're supposed to do when someone's pulled over to the side of the highway. You give them a laneway in case they get out or they're working on something. And then you go back over into that lane. I even signal, because I'm a nerd. That's funny stuff. So you gotta be a nerd if you use your signals. Sorry I let you know what I was gonna do. It's funny. People are funny, man. 23 seconds. 23 minutes and 19 seconds. And you'll probably see Trout Creek here. Hemlock Drive, 522B, Trout Creek, Port Loring. Port Loring would be